Okay. So, ang extension approach is a broad way of how an extension system is being organized and its services are being delivered. Okay? So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng approach. So, hindi pala lahat ng extension pare-parehas. Minsan magkakaibang atake, madalas magkakaibang anggulo yung tina-target nila. So, ano-ano kaya yung mga iba't ibang agricultural extension approaches natin? Una na andyan yung tinatawag nating General Agricultural Extension Approach. So sa General Agricultural Extension Approach, yung extension services na pinoprovide natin provides many agricultural concerns. So ibig sabihin, very broad yung coverage ng extension. So for example, ang isang agricultural extension worker, pwedeng ang i-provide niyang advice is on crop production, pwedeng livestock, pwedeng pest management, pwedeng soil fertility, pwedeng farm management, pwedeng marketing, etc. So very broad. Wala siyang specific focus. So ang tawag mo doon, General Agricultural Extension Approach. Ngayon, kapag naman tayo ay nag-focus sa isang particular commodity, ang tawag naman natin doon, Commodity Specialized Approach. So for example, ang focus ng extension activity is to produce more rice. So isang commodity yan. Commodity Specialized Approach yan. Kung ang focus ng production ay pataasin ang productivity ng coconut, Commodity Specialized Approach yan. So ang focus dyan is a single specialized commodity, okay? Or specific specialized commodity. Now, aside from your commodity approach, meron din tayong tinatawag na project approach. So usually, ang project approach, mayroon niyang objective na nasa isang specific location, very defined yung mga kliyente, and very defined yung period kung saan itong extension approach na ito ay mai-implement. Okay? Ang usual na makikita natin sa mga project approach extension activities, these are usually funded by foreign PIPs, foreign organizations. So hindi naman lahat, right? Pero usually may mga foreign aid or foreign funding na pinoprovide para gawin yung mga approaches na yan. So isa yan sa mga key term na pwede nyong tignan sa foreign approach, sa project approach. Yung pagpo-provide ng foreign advice or foreign funding. Ang mahalaga sa project approach din, na isa palang key term na kailangan yung bantayan, is yung pagiging time-bound niya. Okay? So, very time-bound yan. Ibig sabihin, kapag sinabi na yung project ay tatakbo lang sa loob ng 2 years lang yan. Right after that, possible na wala na, or possible pa naman na masundan. But mostly, wala na yan. Okay? Project approach po ang tawag dyan. Aside from project approach, meron ding approach kung saan ini-involve natin si farmer sa lahat ng activities. Like for example, ini-involve natin si farmer sa pag-identify ng problem, sa pagpaplano, sa decision making, sa implementation at saka sa evaluation. If we involve the farmer in that particular extension activities, ang tawag po doon, participatory extension approach. Okay? Kasi remember, sa common classroom, si teacher siya yung may authority ng knowledge. Tapos ipinapasa niya yung knowledge na yan sa mga estudyante. Pero sa participatory extension approach, si teacher or quote-unquote si extension worker, siya lang yung nagfa-facilitate nung discussion. Okay? So fina-facilitate niya lang and binibigyan niya ng task yung mga farmer para mas maging involved sila sa extension project. So for example, pwede siyang gumawa ng isang committee na ang gagawin ng mga ito ay for evaluation and monitoring. Tuturuan niya sila kung paano gawin ang evaluation at monitoring. So it's more of facilitating, pero ang keyword dito is sa participatory extension approach, si farmer ay involved. Okay? Hindi lang sila passive recipients of knowledge, but they are involved in almost everything doon sa extension activity. And then meron din tayong approach kung saan tinitignan natin yung buong farm as an interconnected system. And ang tawag natin doon is Farming Systems Development Approach. So kanina sa commodity approach, for example, ang tinitignan lang natin isang commodity which is rice, di ba? Pero kapag tinignan na natin yung rice in relation sa livestock ni farmer, in relation sa kanyang household resources, in relation doon sa doon sa kanyang lupa, doon sa soil quality, doon sa quality ng kanyang soil, doon sa quality ng kanyang patubig, doon sa broader environment niya, okay, doon sa market ng rice, nagiging farming systems development approach niya. Okay? Kasi ang ibig sabihin lang niyan is yung pagpa-farm pala ni farmer ng rice, yung pagpuproduce niya ng rice, hindi lang pala yung rice ang naaapektuhan. Marami pa palang bagay. Pwedeng maapektuhan yung kanyang household, yung livestock, yung lupa, yung forest, etc. So ang tawag po dyan, ang keyword is interconnected system, farming systems development approach. And then meron din approach kung saan tinitrain natin yung extension workers. And ang ginagawa ng mga extension workers na to is to visit farmers and train them as well. Okay? Ang tawag doon, training and visit approach. Or yung abbreviated term yan is T&V. Diba? T&V. Yan. Training and visit approach. So sa approach naman na ito, may mga experts na magte-train dun sa mga extension workers natin. Yung mga extension workers natin, mag-i-schedule sila ng regular visit sa farmer and then regular contact and then ituturo nila kung ano yung napag-aralan nila dun sa mga experts. Training and visit approach naman yan. Kapag naman inallow natin si farmer or si clientele na mag-contribute dun sa part ng cost of extension, ang tawag doon cost sharing approach. Okay? So for example, ang extension project natin ay magpagawa ng irrigation system sa ating mga farmers. Ngayon, sabihin natin sa kanila, meron pong project ang ano ba yung sa irrigation department natin? Limutan ko na. Anyways, NIA, diba? Ayan, NIA. So, meron pong project ang NIA, pero kailangan po ng some sort of contribution sa inyo in order to implement that project. Cost sharing approach yan. Okay? Ngayon, itong cost sharing na to, pwedeng individual, si farmer, pero madalas hindi ginagawa yung individual. Madalas, through farmer organizations or farmer cooperatives. Okay? Sila yung magbibigay ng share or contribution para magawa yung extension activity na yan. Ngayon, doon sa ating mock exam, tinanong kung ano daw yung approach na ginagawa ng DA-ATI. So, ang Department of Agriculture, ATI? Training Institute. Okay? So, ang Agricultural Training Institute, ang approach nila is usually General Agricultural Extension Approach. So, very broad. They cover broad or many or various agricultural services. Pwedeng sa crops, pwedeng sa livestock, pwedeng specific commodity, etc. So usually hindi siya bounded by other approaches. Kaya kino-consider na yung approach ng DA-ATI is General Agricultural Extension Approach.